Welcome to Side Media Sports / Hip Hop. This is my review on my fantasy draft. I'm talking about why I drafted who I drafted, why I think it's a good team, why I think I'm gonna win my fantasy draft. But I'm talking about the players who you should draft. So I'm gonna do this. I'm in 3 different drafts. So in a weekly, I will be doing the drafts about who you should start and everything else for the weekly schedule. So here it goes. So my lineup, I got Patrick Mahomes starting. I got Patrick Mahomes because he's Patrick Mahomes. Everybody know he had a great season last year. I feel he'll duplicate as well, especially coming off a terrible game in the Super Bowl. I know he wants to get that off his chest. Get that from off his brain, everything like that. So I know he's gonna come out blazing fire, and he still got his same weapons. So you know he's finna go in. So I got Patrick Mahomes starting. He won my fantasy last year, one of my other leagues. So I gotta go. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm going Patrick Mahomes. Second, got James Robinson, running back out of Jacksonville. A surprising rookie last year that was undrafted that did numbers. With Travis Etienne out for the season and Carlos Hyde pretty much just a good backup that's still a good old average running back, I'm pretty much like, okay, James Robinson's going to be the tool for that offense, especially with a young rookie quarterback like Trevor Lawrence. He's going to have to run that foot. He's going to have to hand it off to James Robinson and throw the football to him as well. So that's why I got James Robinson. I feel like he will be an X factor for Jacksonville Jaguars. He'll be getting a lot of targets thrown at him this year. Jacksonville's obviously not gonna have a good season like that, but I believe he will. I don't know if he'll duplicate what he did last year, but I believe he'll definitely do well this year. So now Najee Harris, running back out of Pittsburgh. What I'm hearing, this guy is good. He's a good running back. He was good in college as well. So I feel like Najee Harris with a good offensive line. Pittsburgh team that's focused heavily on running the football. You got an aging quarterback, and Ben Roethlisberger probably his last year, so they're gonna run that football a lot. So I had to go with him. I feel like Najee Harris has a chance to be the rookie of the year. So next, got my boy, my favorite player, not only my favorite team, my favorite player in the NFL right now, Mr. DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins with Kyler Murray, Arizona. I feel like Kyler Murray, this is his year. This is his ceiling. He gonna go up this year in year 3. So I feel like Arizona going to go big, do numbers on there. A tough division, the NFC West. I feel like it's a tough division in football. But I feel like DeAndre Hopkins, he's going to show out and do what he always does. And show again why he's a top 10 receiver in this league. Top 5 to be exact. To me, he's the best receiver in the league, period. But, I ain't got to see what I need to explain about DeAndre Hopkins. Like, why would I not draft him? Second, Chris Goblin. Just came off winning the Super Bowl at Tampa Bay. Got him a nice little contract. I feel like he's going to shine. He's going to ball. He's going to play. He the youngest receiver, one of the younger receivers out of that core in Tampa. I feel like he's going to duplicate what he did last year. He was also on my team that I won last year as well, Chris Goblin. So, like I always say, I'm keep whoever I want, I'm going to try to keep him. So, Chris Goblin, picked him up. A.J. Brown out of Tennessee. Tennessee is not known for throwing the football. Like I said, they're known for running and everything like that with Derrick Henry. But anytime A.J. Brown can get open, he's going to get open. He's still a dual threat. He still can get out, run his routes, and get out and does what he needs to do to make plays. I know they got Julio as well, so that'd be a good thing. He got Julio. Julio take the pressure off him a little bit, but A.J. Brown's still definitely a big-time rival. Like him and DK Metcalf have Ole Miss. Everybody knows how dangerous they were together. So I feel like A.J. Brown going to have definitely another good year once again as well. He's still on his rookie contract, of course, but I know he's going to try to ball out and get his money. So he's definitely going to have a good year. I feel like Tennessee, people are sleeping on them. They are a Super Bowl favorites now with the addition of Julio Jones. They finally have 2 good wide receivers on pretty much on the back end that can run routes and do that thing. And the rookie receiver they drafted as well is good. But they have a good, solid team. So people need to watch out for Tennessee. But A.J. Brown, of course, I was going to draft him. He's the number 1 receiver for that team. He's going to do numbers. All right, then T.J. Hawks out of Detroit. Detroit's in a rebuilding process right now. We all know that they got Jared Goff as their quarterback. T.J. Hawks had a good year last year as a tight end from a rookie. I feel like he'll duplicate again once as well. Tennessee doesn't have a lot of, not Tennessee. He had a good Detroit. Everybody knows Detroit's in a rebuilding process right now. The Lions are. But they got a quarterback in Jared Goff. He's going to need a security blanket, throw that ball to the red zone. I feel like T.J. Hawkinson is it. I feel like he's going to do numbers. He's going to do his thing. So definitely need to get him. Definitely had to get him when I saw him on the board. I did want to get Marcus Andrews first when I saw him. This is where I was getting people kind of like, okay, damn, they got Mark Andrews ahead of me. So I had to get somebody. So I was like, I had to get a tight end. T.J. Hawkinson was it because he had a good year last year. And I feel like on a bad team, on a rebuilding team like Detroit, he'll be that security blanket for Jared Goff throw the ball too. So that's why mainly I got him. So I'm thinking he was gonna. I'm pretty much sure he'll have a good season this year because he's the only big time weapon Detroit have besides that running back DeAndre Swift. So Had to pick him up. So that's why I got T.J. Hawkinson. So if I pronounce his name right. Yeah, T.J. Hawkinson. Next, Chase Claibo. He had a breakout year his rookie year at Pittsburgh. I feel like he'll duplicate as well. One thing about Pittsburgh, I know they draft good wide receivers. We go down a list of all the good receivers they drafted. So I had to pick him up again. Got an aging cornerback at Ben Roethlisberger. He needs to throw that ball. Chase Claibo is definitely an excellent route runner. People don't talk about it as well. So I feel like he'll have another breakout year in his second year campaign in Pittsburgh. So that's why I had to pick him up. Next, I picked the keeper for the Detroit Lions. Everybody knows Carson Wentz is out for injury. He's hurt. I don't know if it's Nick Foles or who's supposed to start at court. Not Nick Foles, but I don't know. It's not Nick Foles, I'm tripping. I don't know who's the quarterback that's supposed to start behind him and everything like that. But I know they're probably going to need their kicker because the backup quarterback they have is definitely not going to be able to score points and throw the football as well like Carson Wentz can. So I thought that kicker in Indiana and the Colts have, what's his name? Blankenship. Oh my goodness. I gotta pronounce this guy's name right. Oh my goodness. Rodrigo Blankenship. So I'm looking at his stat. He had a good year last year, so I pretty much feel like he's definitely gonna do well again this year. But like I said, I did try to get Tucker. He was another second option for me. I tried to get Tucker. Somebody got him before I did, so I had to go with Blankenship. But I picked him just based off the fact the Colts are probably gonna struggle to score points. The defense is good, but they're gonna struggle to score points. And I feel like a kicker is gonna be a big reason how they score their points. So that's why I picked Blankenship when he was my second option. Next, I got the Buccaneers Tampa Bay defense. Another thing, when ain't broke, don't fix it. The Buccaneers defense, pretty much everybody came back from last season, coming back this season. So why not, pick them? They was good last year. Why wouldn't they be good this year? It's literally the exact same squad. So I thought the Buccaneers defense gonna do numbers, do well again. They really is the ones that kind of carried Brady to the Super Bowl a little bit. Tom Brady did good as well, don't get me wrong, but that defense really carried them to the Super Bowl and throughout the regular season as well. So had to pick up the Buccaneers defense again. Now I'll go to people on the bench. People got on me this time. I got Justin Hubbard in the draft. I got him real late. I got two quarterbacks already real early. I feel like you need two good quarterbacks. Justin Hubbard is a guy, he had a good rookie year. Definitely, he was offensive rookie of the year last year. I feel like he could duplicate again this year because why not? He has a good team, a good squad. They almost made it to the playoffs last year. They lost a lot of close games. That's it. So I feel like Justin Hubbard's going to have another big campaign. He's looking like he's on the rise to be a next good quarterback. People sleeping on him. So that's how I got Hubbard. Mike Davis out of Atlanta. I got Mike Davis. People look at me crazy. Mike Davis. Now, remember, the new coach, Arthur Brown, he is focused on throwing that football. Running that football. He came from Tennessee. They was focused on a run-heavy offense. He's coming now. He's got Mike Davis. They're going to run that football on Mike Davis. He's obviously going to be the starter running back. And I feel like Mike Davis is going to have a good year. That's why I picked him. He was another guy that was kind of like my second option as well. I tried to get somebody else. I've got the running back I tried to get, but I had to go ahead and get Mike Davis. But I feel like since the coach in Atlanta, he's definitely big on running the football. I feel like, he's going to have a good season. I feel like that's what the problem was with the Falcons, we forget. They lost out of close games because they didn't run the football. They couldn't maintain lead. And that's also about defense as well. But if you run that football, you run that clock down, you don't have to worry about none of that pretty much. You run that football, run that clock down, you don't have to worry about the other team getting and scoring. So Mike Davis, I picked him up because I feel like he'll have a breakout year in Atlanta. He's also from DeKalb County as well, from my home county. So I had to show some love as well. So I got him because Falcons and Vikings are my favorite two football teams. And Cards a little bit. That's just because of DeAndre Hopkins. So, had to have some love to Atlanta as well. So, even though he was my second option, but I just thought about picking him up because I was thinking about what he can do if I running back gets hurt or if I know his running back not have a good game. Mike Davis might have a breakout game, get somebody. So we'll know on week 1 in Philly how that running attack gonna be for Atlanta. Another guy I got Corey Davis. He had a big year in Tennessee last year. Got the big money he deserved paid from New York Jets. Corey Davis is going to be number one receiver, number one option for Zach Wilson. So I thought the Jets stayed away looking good in the preseason. So in my opinion, Corey Davis is definitely a good number one receiver. He's a good flex, a good bench player option. I feel like he'll have a breakout year. Actually, he was my second pick because I was trying to get Marvin Jones. Because Marvin Jones, I thought was going to do good in Jacksonville, but somebody beat me to him. So when they got Corey Davis, he's number one option receiving-wise in New York. I feel like he'll have a good year. He'll show why he's worth all that money, and he'll be a good asset for Zach Wilson to throw that ball to. Zach Wilson's going to need all the help he can get. So I think Corey Davis is going to step up and do big for him. Next, I got Cortland Sutton. You know, it's kind of weird because Cortland Sutton's coming off a big ACL injury, but I feel like the way it is now, injuries, ACL, they can come, receivers and come back real big and strong. I feel like Cortland Sutton gonna come back real strong and heavy, even though he's got a quarterback like Teddy Bridgewater doesn't throw the football down the field. I feel like with Cortland Sutton being a good route runner, he is catching the ball on the short ends and everything, a good route runner. I feel like I could definitely do good this year because, like I said, Denver finally has a good quarterback that can throw the football. And of course, I talk about how good that defense is. So all I need is a good defense and solid receivers and a good running back, a good running game. I already got a running back in Melvin Gordon, but I feel like the only receiver Teddy Bridgewater might throw to is a guy like him. Is a guy like Cortland Sutton and everything that he kind of reminded me a little bit. I want to say, dang, who Cortland Sutton reminded me. I want to say like Percy Harvin kind of, but maybe a young Antoine Randall. Yeah, I remember him from Pittsburgh. That's what reminded me of a young Antoine Randall. So a little bit, probably not athletic as him, but young Antoine Randall. I feel like Cortland Sutton, he got hurt before he really got his time to shine last year. So I picked him up. I feel like he ever gonna break out year because ain't nobody talking about him or anything like that. I feel like he don't come out of nowhere and do big. So I picked him up Cortland Sutton in my late rounds. And my last two picks, Sunday, but not least two picks. Got E. Smith, Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings are a very team, like I said, I've been a fan of them since Randy Moss days. I feel like nobody's talking about this tight end they got. He's here to replace Kyle Rudolph. Kirk Cousins, like I said, he's going to need that security blanket at tight end. So you got Jefferson and you got Thielen on the outside. But then you're going to need also that tight end. You're going to need a good tight end. So I think Smith will be that good tight end for Kirk Cousins. I feel like he's going to have a big season, a breakout season. He finally getting that starting job because he looked good last year as well. That's why I feel like Minnesota was comfortable letting Kyle Rudolph go to New York because they saw something in Smith and knew that he was going to be good. So he's another guy as well that I feel like he's going to have a breakout year. Nobody's talking about him. I feel like he's going to have a breakout year. And last, once again, I got the San Francisco 49 defense. People forget, half of the 49 defense was hurt. Bosa was out for the season. A lot of players were out for the season for the 49 defense. Now everybody's back. Even though they have the a new defensive coordinator, not the same one they had because, of course, everybody knew he went to go coach New York Jets. But that defense going to come back strong. I feel like people sleeping on the 49 defense. They got a good quarterback right now in Trey Lance. They definitely going to have something to say. I feel like they definitely have something to say. So I picked them up. I feel like that defense going to step up and really do big things. So I feel like they'll definitely be a security blanket for me on the bench if something goes wrong with defense I got. With the start defense I got with the Buccaneers, I feel like San Francisco is going to be it. I feel like they're going to definitely do something real big this season. They're going to come back strong in the defense. So, but that's my roster pick for my first pick of drafts in my first NFL draft I got. My next draft I'll do is on next Sunday? Next Wednesday. No, next Wednesday. Next draft I pick up is on next Wednesday. And then another one will be that following Sunday. So I'll do definitely a recap on the one I'll do this coming Wednesday. So, yeah, so like I said, man, this is my view on the NFL draft. I wish me good luck, y'all. I hope I win again, win some big time money again and do good in this draft. But I told you why I picked. I feel like I said, I have a good team, the best team right now. I told you why I picked a lot of sleepers on my roster, a lot of players that ain't nobody talking about that I feel like are going to do good. So that's why I picked what I picked. And like I said, man, this is Slide Media Sports Stats Hip Hop. Heard Kanye West supposed to drop his album down tonight. I'm definitely going to do a review on that. When his album comes out, I'm definitely going to listen to the whole thing and check it out because I'm a big Kanye West fan since the beginning. So I'm definitely going to look at his album. So y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good night, man, and be safe tonight.